The Holy Blade, a Paladin's tale in Diablo 2. Name, Kahrim of West March. Class, Paladin. Order, the Knights of Zakarum. Origins, the light in the west. Born into the harsh, wind-swept stone city of West March, Kahrim was raised in a strict household devoted to the light of Zakarum, the state religion of the Eastern Empire of Kurast. Though far from the heart of the church, West March maintained its own zealous sects of the Knights of Zakarum, and Kahrim's father was one such knight. From a young age, Kahrim was groomed not just for battle, but for righteousness. His life was a crucible of harsh discipline, rigorous scripture, and combat training, forging him into a living weapon of divine judgment. At the age of 17, Kahrim underwent the rite of binding flame, where he swore an oath to purge evil in all its forms, no matter the cost. He was dispatched eastward to serve under High Priest Akan's emissaries, tasked with quelling heresy and rooting out the corruption festering in the church's shadow. What he found was not darkness from without, but rot from within. Disillusionment, the fall of Zakarum. In Kurast, Kahrim witnessed atrocities veiled in holy vestments, priests abusing power, inquisitions that executed innocents, and a high council that seemed less interested in salvation and more in control. He began to suspect a deeper evil, and he was right. When Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, was revealed to be imprisoned beneath the very temples of Kurast, and that the Council of Zakarum had fallen under his control, Kahrim was shattered. Everything he had believed in was a lie, a puppet show for a prime evil. But from his spiritual ruin, a new fire was born, not one of blind obedience, but of true justice. Kahrim abandoned the corrupted order, renouncing his formal ties, and joined a loose band of wandering holy warriors, the faithful of the flame, seeking to destroy the evils that had twisted the world. The journey through Sanctuary. Act 1. The Sisters' Plea. Word reached Kahrim of a falling star and a spreading darkness in the western lands. He traveled to the rogue encampment, where the once proud sisterhood of the Sightless Eye was under siege. He met Akara, who recognized the light still burning in him. With his blessed shield and righteous zeal, Kahrim helped slay the corrupted priestess and Dariel, the Maiden of Anguish, one of Diablo's demonic lieutenants. Each blow against her was both vengeance and penance. Act 2. The Deserts of Deceit. In Lutgolin, Kahrim unraveled the schemes of Duriel, the Lord of Pain. Venturing into the maggot-ridden tombs and sun-scorched deserts, he confronted twisted horrors and ancient curses. He bore the Horadric staff, opened the tomb of Tal Rasha, and witnessed the tragic release of Baal from his ancient prison. But more importantly, Kahrim saw the corruption not just of men, but of angels' absence. The heavens were silent, and still he pressed on. Act 3. The Corrupted Faith. Kurast called to him again, now in open ruin. The once glorious temples were jungles choked with blood and blasphemy. Here Kahrim's past came to full circle. With grim resolve, he stormed the Temple of Light, now blackened and crawling with Mephisto's loyal High Council. One by one, the former priests fell under his hammer, their flaming souls seared by his holy auras. Finally, in the durance of hate, Kahrim faced Mephisto himself. It was not a battle, it was a reckoning. When Mephisto fell, screaming into the abyss, Kahrim recited the litany of flame, his prayer of absolution. Act 4. Hell's Gate. Through the hell-forged mountains of Pandemonium, Karim marched into the very gates of hell. Diablo, in his true form, the prime evil, awaited. The Lord of Terror's whispers tried to tempt Karim with visions of fallen comrades, lost family, and the promise of eternal power. Karim's only answer was his smite. With hammer blazing, empowered by the aura of fanaticism, he drove Diablo back into the black abyss, sealing the demon's fate in a final blaze of holy fire. Act 5. The Last Stand. But his journey did not end in hell. When Baal laid siege to Haragath, high in the barbarian highlands, Karim once again answered the call. With sword and shield, he held the line at the Worldstone Keep, battling legions of demons and undead. At last, in the Worldstone Chamber, Karim faced Baal, the final prime evil. Wounded, exhausted, and outnumbered, Karim stood tall as the Archangel Tyrael descended, shattering the corrupted Worldstone. Though victory was won, the cost was immense. Karim vanished soon after, his final fate unknown. Some say he died a martyr, consumed in the final blast of light. Others whisper he walks still, a ghostly knight roaming sanctuary, always seeking evil to purge. Legacy. In Diablo 2, the Paladin is more than just a class. He is a symbol of what it means to stand for righteousness in a corrupt world. Karim's journey is not one of flawless holiness, but of tested faith and reclaimed purpose. His blade is justice, his shield is hope. His aura burns against the darkness, and his story lives on in every battle fought beneath the burning skies of Sanctuary.